Hello and welcome to the second part of my League of Legends roundup for June 24th. We're covering the LEC in the 5 games. This was actually 6 games because XL and Vitality had to chrono break and they chrono braked and it failed, so they had to replay the game. So I don't have the notes for that game. I deleted them as fast as I heard that. That was kind of disappointing, but nevertheless, let's get into this. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I take the notes on the games in case you missed them. SK versus Astralis starting us out. Astralis, 22nd in my power rankings. That came out yesterday. Slow early game. In the first 10 minutes, both teams would go top lane. Astralis then take an ocean. And at 11 minutes, laning phase ends 1-1, and gold's close. So not a lot happening in the laning phase in this one. At 11 minutes, Astralis dive bot lane, and in top lane, Gen X would solo kill Vizichachi. Vizichachi has been solo killed quite a bit this split. At 14 minutes, Astralis goes 1-0 in bot and then dive bot again a minute later. At 16 minutes, Astralis take mountain. SK get a kill on the turn. At 20 minutes, Astralis win a fight in bot 3-1. Kabe with a double. That would lead to Prio over the Cloud, which they would take to go to Cloud Soul Point. SK getting a kill afterwards. At 22 minutes, Astralis take a Baron, winning a fight 4-1. Kabe getting a double kill on the Xayah, giving them a 6.5k gold lead. After the Baron was over, Astralis are up 11-6 in kills. Xerxes is 2-0-7. He ends up being MVP. He was the one all over the place when they went bot lane in the early game 3 times in a row. I mean, Xerxes was everywhere on the volley bear, really making things happen. 25 minutes, there's a trade of kills. There's a trade of kills at 25 minutes. Astralis then take the soul outright. Astralis get a pick at 28 minutes and then end a minute later, 5-2 Vizichachi with a double on Gangplank to push to end. Final score 18-8. Xerxes, like I said, was all over the place, MVP. Really, Astralis were 1 for 3 on their attempts to make a play in the first 12 minutes. He attempted 2 more plays that failed, actually. So, he was active. Game 2, like I said, completely reset. XL actually were really far ahead of Vitality before the chrono break and pause in the first game. They were up, I think they were at Soul Point, and they were up like a good amount of gold in the mid-20s minute mark. So at first I thought, is Vitality actually going to do the right thing and allow them to rerun the draft? And XL chose that they didn't want to do that. So I mean, I don't know how that all worked. Maybe Vitality said no when XL asked. Maybe it wasn't even an ask to, rerun it back, the same exact draft. Nevertheless, XL won the first game, kind of, and then won this one. So, XL take a Hextech, and at 8 minutes we had our first blood at the Rift Herald. Marcoon with a double. XL securing the Rift 2-1. They would then take a Cloud and dive top at 14 minutes. 15 minutes laning phase ends with XL up 3-1, 3k gold. They then win a fight in bot 2-1. That gives them Prio over Infernal to go to Infernal Soul Point. This is before 18 minutes when Vitality would win a fight in bot 3-0. At 21 minutes, XL take the Infernal Soul 5-1. Marcoon and Nuke Duck with doubles. Vitality then win a fight at 24 minutes 3-0 to take the Baron. This would tie gold up. And at this point, at 25 minutes, Vitality were actually up in kills 11-9, and Haru was 4-2-6. Probably Haru's best game with Vitality so far. At 29 minutes, Vitality take the Baron. Not the Baron, the Elder. They got a pick, took the Elder, and then XL actually would win the fight afterwards. Finn with a monster play on Gnar. Finn's Gnar was great in team fights in the mid to late game in this one. He ends up being MVP. He secures a double kill against Elder 2-1. Which prevents Vitality from really utilizing the buff. At 35 minutes, XL win a fight in the jungle 4-0. Patrick with a double on Zeri to end. Final score 15-13. Misfits and Rogue, 2 teams that are former playoff teams on struggle street so far this split. Slow early game like the other 2. Rogue take a mountain and first blood comes at 11 minutes when Rogue get a kill in bot. They then get a 2v2 kill, and that's when laning phase would end. Rogue up 2-0, 2.5k gold at 13 minutes. Misfits take a Cloud, Rogue get a pick, Rogue go bot lane. In 19 minutes, Misfits go bot lane 2-for-1, Schlatan with the double on Lee Sin. Rogue take a Hextech, Misfits go top. At 24 minutes, Rogue win a fight in mid 2-0, and that would put Rogue up 7-3 and 6.5k gold at 25 minutes. Comp 2-0-4 on Senna. So between 13 and 25 minutes, the gold lead has more than doubled, nearly tripled actually. 26 minutes, Rogue go to Hextech, Soul Point 4-1. Odo Omne with the double. Odo did very well on the gangplank in the mid to late game, really securing these team fights and taking advantage of his gold lead. After this Hextech Soul Point fight, Rogue would take a Baron at 29 minutes, giving them a 9k lead. There'd be a skirmish in mid 1-for-1, and then Rogue would use this Baron to take Hextech Soul at 31 minutes, 3-0. Larson with the double. Misfits would defend their base at 32 minutes, 2-for-1. But Rogue would then end at 35 minutes, 4-0. Comp and Odo Omne with doubles as they push to end. Final score 21-7. The next one, G2 versus BDS. G2, in my rankings, I have them 6th. I said, you're welcome, G2 fans. You know, I know some of you think I don't like you, don't like your team. So here you are. You're in the top 10. You're playing really well. And then they lay an egg. Like, come on. So, BDS. BDS would go mid lane twice in the first 7 minutes to get Caps in a hole. Now, Caps would recover, but by that point, Nuclear Int was also fed. So, BDS take a Cloud after going mid twice, 1-for-1 at 10 minutes. At 12 minutes, G2 win a big fight in top 4-2. Caps with the double on the Ari. At 15 minutes, laning phase ends with gold pretty much tied, 5-5. Nuclear Int is 4-1-1 on the Lysandra. G2 take a Hextech, BDS get a kill at 15 minutes, BDS get a pick, BDS win a couple skirmishes 2-1 in 19 minutes. At 19 minutes, Aggressivo solo kills Caps, 1-for-1, Aggressivo on an Aurelia. 21 minutes, BDS take a Mountain, G2 get a kill, there's a trade of kills in mid, G2 get a pick. At 26 minutes, BDS go to Mountain Soul Point, G2 getting a kill after. So at this point, kills are tied 11-11. G2 are up 1k gold, which 27 minutes is nothing. Caps is 7-4-2. Nuke Duck is only 5-2-2. So Nuke Duck has not, from the early game to the mid game, did not take a next step where Caps is really hard carrying G2. 29 minutes, G2 win a fight in the river 2-1. Yankos with a double on Vi. BDS take Mountain Soul 4-1 at 31 minutes. X Matty with a triple kill. X Matty ends up being MVP, although he didn't show up in the early to mid game. In the late game, he was a key contributor on the Zeri in these team fights, securing Mountain Soul, and then they would take the Baron off of that, giving them an only 2.5k gold lead. So really all they have are sieging minions at this point. And then at 34 minutes, BDS end 3-0 with the Baron, X Matty with a triple to siege and end. Final score 19-14. BDS upsetting G2. These are the sorts of things that happen to G2. G2 tends to do this. Fnatic and Mad Lions. Both teams in my top 18 in my power rankings. Mad Lions 8th, Fnatic 18th. This is the rematch of Niski and Humanoid. Humanoid already had played against his former team in spring. However, Niski had not played against Fnatic in spring because he didn't play. So at 4 minutes, Fnatic go mid to get a kill. Mad Lions then go top, and Mad get a Rift Herald at 9 minutes, 1-0. Fnatic take an Ocean. Mad Lions dive top. At 12 minutes, Mad win a fight in the jungle 2-0. Unforgiven with a double. Unforgiven ends up being MVP. Did very well on the Zeri. At 12 minutes, Mad win a fight at 12 minutes, laning phase ends with Mad Lions up 5-1 and 1.5k gold. Between 12 and 21 minutes, we had no kills. During this window, Mad would take an Infernal, and then they would set up for Mountain, where they would go to Mountain Soul Point at 21 minutes, 2-1. There's a trade of kills in mid. At 27 minutes, Mad ended up taking a Baron, Fnatic getting a kill afterwards, but nevertheless, Mad have a Baron and a 3.5k gold lead. On the reset, Fnatic take a Mountain. At 30 minutes, Mad would end as the Baron expired 3-0 in mid, Unforgiven with a double before they pushed to finish it off. Final score 11-5. That was definitely the best game of the day. Really, we had a bunch of good games. Whether we like it or not, the second time Excel and Vitality played, it was close for a long time. And this game was close for a long time. So we had a couple good games. But upsets nonetheless. I mean, this one's a big one. And we can't believe that team's 3-1. I mean, I know they're playing garbage, but geez Louise. Australis are really surprising. Kabe has taken on quite a role that he did not take on in spring. I don't know if it's Jonghoon down in bot. He's looked actually pretty good for having nothing to go off of for him. But That's it for today's League of Legends roundup. Stay tuned later today. I'm going to try and get that sneak peek out before I go to bed for all 4 major regions, because they all play tomorrow. So that's going to be a monster video, where you can predict below them. Below that video in the comments, you'll see standings and people will be predicting. Predict who will win. If you predict all 5 LEC or all 5 LCS games right, you get 3 bonus points. If you predict an LPL or LCK series right, 2-1 or 2-0, you get a bonus point. So if you like that sort of stuff, look out for that video, hit the notification bell so you know when it goes up, and thank you for watching.